You know, ladies and gentlemen, I have come to the conclusion, and trust me, it didn't take very long, that the people within Hollywood have to be some of the most sensitive people out there. Fragile egos, me syndrome, they are clearly requirements one must have to enter Hollywood. That's why we're all here. And they're all over there. If you agree with me on that one, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video of me mocking these snowflakes. What more could you want on a day-to-day basis, right? Yeah, not a lot. Wasn't that funny? But the live-action film of Wicked is set to be released at the end of this month and will most likely be another terrible movie. Even though they have a template to follow, it just seems to be the trend with the films these days. But nobody is talking about the film itself at the moment. They're talking about Cynthia Erivo, who will play Elphaba, one of the witches in this film. I'll be honest, my knowledge on Wicked isn't great. However, I do possess the intelligence to roast entitled actors when the time comes, like today. Because Cynthia Erivo has had one of the biggest meltdowns over a poster that a fan recreated that you can all see on your screen right now, and she went ahead and posted the following statement on her Instagram story, as people do these days. Welcome to the world of social media, we love it all so much. No, this is the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen. What are you? Equal to that awful AI of us fighting, equal to people posting the question, is your green? None of this is funny, none of it is cute, it degrades me, it degrades us. The original poster is an illustration. I'm a real life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words we communicate with our eyes. It's the whole point why in the original one her eyes were covered. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me. Get a grip. And that is just deeply hurtful. Let me put this right here to remind you and cleanse your palate. Cleanse your palate? What? Yeah, so just by that statement, guys, you can tell we live in a society that is so comfortable. This is all people have to complain about. Yes, okay, if somebody recreates your poster, it might be a little bit annoying. A little bit. But to have this sort of meltdown over something like that is nothing but cringeworthy. Does she not understand fans of films? You know, people do this all the time. You see it with Marvel fans. You see it with DC fans. They create posters even months before a film comes out. So I don't get why to you this is the most offensive thing. I can't even take it seriously. I'm struggling so hard not to laugh right now. I don't think she realizes that the edited poster was supposed to recapture what the original stage show poster did. Her eyes are covered, as I said earlier, to create that sense of mystery, and she smirks to give off the impression that the character is perhaps smug about something. It adds layers to the character and their journey throughout the whole story. The original Wicked poster intrigues people because of all the details that went into it, and that's just me briefly explaining that poster. A lot of other people can give you a detailed answer, but this fan creating this poster wasn't intended to upset you or hurt your delicate feelings. As I said, it was meant to recreate what the original poster did. And if I'm honest, this fan edit did a much better job than the actual poster being used for this film. Because this one just features her, as she says, staring down the barrel at you, like she doesn't even know what's going on. There's no facial expression whatsoever. Does that really interest anybody to go ahead and watch it? No. Now, this isn't her fault. She's just being told what to do. And she talks about how the fan edit degrades her, but I would actually say the poster that they're using degrades her more because it is soulless. There is nothing to it. Again, I'll ask the question. When you compare the two posters, which one is better and which one makes people want to go and watch the film? It's a pretty obvious answer. Even I could answer it, right? I look at this poster now and I think, oh, it's just a boring poster. What does this tell me about the character? Unlike the original one, it tells you quite a bit. This one, boring. But now we've taken a look at pretty much the whole context behind it, the whole situation. Do you think her reaction was justified? Absolutely not. But if you really do get so upset about something like this, the best thing you can actually do, instead of crying about it on social media, is to say nothing. Nothing at all. Because you end up making the situation worse for yourself. right? And she's done that because everybody is now roasting her all over social media. One user goes on to say, "To hide my eyes is to erase me is an insane thing for an actor to say. You are supposed to be erased. You are not Cynthia Erivo. You are the Wicked Witch of the West. This movie isn't about you. It's about the character, and you are simply the vessel for that character. When I close my eyes and go to bed, whether I want to admit it or not, I am erasing Cynthia Erivo." You know how crazy it is for an actor to come out and say that over a film poster? Especially when you think about the original Wicked poster as well. And this is why I mentioned the me syndrome at the beginning of this video, because it does seem like today a lot of actors think it's all about them. I am everything. And this is why I mentioned the me syndrome at the beginning of this video, because it does seem like today actors seem to think they're everything. They mean more than everything. I am bigger than the character. No, you're not. 99.9% of the time, you can be replaced. Now, while she is getting roasted absolutely everywhere on social media, there are also people on the internet, as you would imagine, who are defending her, and they're completely entitled to do so, but for the most part anyway, they are simply defending her because she is a black woman. Yeah, there we go. In 2024, if you criticize somebody, in this case, who is black, well, it is racism. How dare you? You're doing this because she's a black woman. I don't know how much longer this victim narrative can go on for, but it gets pretty tiresome. Take a look at this video.
You're gonna be popular.
If you don't like black women with boundaries, then just say that. Listen to black women. If you don't like black women who speak up, then just say that. Respect black women. If you can't apologize when you have done black women wrong, then just say that. But what we are not going to say is that Cynthia was overreacting, was bitter, angry, or jealous. Believe black women. I know that the intent was not to erase Cynthia, but you did. And then now, there are many creators, many in the comments, doubling down on this. And no matter the intent, this was the erasure and dehumanization of a black woman. Protect black women. Even if you don't understand how this was erasure, we have to consider how black women have historically been dehumanized and erased. You hid her face and therefore her identity and the representation and what this means to many black women. I mean, do you know how excited black women are about her micro braids? Very public devaluing of the experience of black women is what many black women face every single day when they go to work. The gaslighting, the minimizing, the stereotyping. This is it. We can't even go to work and do our jobs and be able to show up within our identity and have it celebrated. And the least you could do is acknowledge harm and remove a post.
Now, I do apologize because, you know, you probably lost a lot of brain cells there, but if I have to see it, well, you guys do as well. And as each day passes, when we see these sort of videos, I get closer and closer to buying a violin. I won't be any good at it, but I just simply want to go like this every time we hear somebody being the victim. I'm not going to waste my time, and more importantly, your time, by sitting here and discussing all that garbage she came out with. We know it's completely backwards because it doesn't matter what skin color you are. You can be black, white, pink, yellow, orange, red, purple, green. Very fitting for this video. You are allowed to be criticized, right? If you do something, people are allowed to criticize you. You can't keep pulling the race card every time somebody who in this case is black faces backlash. This is what it is turned into now. You're doing this, all of you are saying this because she's a black woman and this is clear proof of racism running rife in society. But get a grip. I know these people would love for it to be something like this, you know, be about race so they can wake up the next day and tweet about it and feel like they've accomplished something, but it's not. I am really sorry to upset you about that. I know it hurts your feelings, breaks your heart. You know, more life advice here, you probably achieve more by going outside and breathing the fresh air. I've heard it's very good for you. Try it sometime. Anyway, to close out this video, we have a response from the person who actually created the poster. And, well, it's pretty simple. Okay, so I've decided to repost this, and I believe they originally deleted it because of the reaction to it. The last few days have been wild and have helped me realize that the initial reaction was largely overblown. This is, and always was, an innocent fan edit to pay homage to the original Broadway poster, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, Cynthia Erivo, and obviously her feelings are most important here, seems to think that this is really bad, and it is the most offensive thing. You know, we have so much going on in the world that this is the most offensive thing, according to her. I actually think she might upset the LGBTQ plus community because they seem to think misgendering is the most offensive thing. Well, apparently not. I don't know why these actors just can't control themselves. You know, it's just like, if something goes against them, or if something bad is said about them, or they don't like something, that is it. The world is ending. Well, as far as I can see, the world is still here. We're all alive. Funny how that one works, isn't it? Maybe someone just let their ego get the better of them. Who knows? But it's caused a lot of talk on social media, and I want you guys to discuss it down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on her reaction? Do you think it was justified and it is the most offensive thing? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, again, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, where another actor will be complaining about something, don't worry, it'll be tomorrow. It has been your host, JD. Have a great day. Stay safe, and I'm out. Peace. Get a grip, man, these people.